What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with, I guess, what is technically hard or acid trance. This is a tune I've always considered more of an acid techno tune. It's kind of heavy, it's slamming, it's hard and dirty. But it's on a label that's known for hard trance, acid trance. I think hard trance is more a phrase that would be used with EDM, a German label from the 90s, and this is actually a sub-label of EDM called EDM Progressive. But that's weird to me because, like, of all the tracks on EDM that you might say, like, oh, well, that's a progressive hard trance track, this would not be one of them. But we're going to listen to a tune by Mellow Trax, which is one of the names of DJ Mellow-D. Christian Scharnfaber, I believe. It's like spelled like Weber, but you know, like Max Faber, like famous person in intellectual history. I know you say that Faber, not Weber. And indeed, I had a German mentor as one of my sort of thesis advisors, and he was insistent that, you know, if you call him Max Weber, I will be very mad at you. So yeah, I think it's Christian Scharnfaber, but regardless, he's most famously known as DJ Mellow-D, you know, German producer and DJ from the 90s. I believe he continued making tunes after the turn of the millennium, but like I said, I think he's most famous for his works, particularly on EDM in the 90s. This is a single-sided record, and it's actually, this is not the default version of Phuture Vibes, though I do think it is the best version of Phuture Vibes. It's called the Limited DJ Edition, which maybe you can see there in small print on the bottom. When I went on Discogs to like find this copy of the record, it wasn't listed. It was, you know, there's a few different copies, or a few different versions of Mellow Trax Phuture Vibes, but I actually had to like add this release to Discogs. So if you go look on Discogs for the Limited DJ Edition, it has the pictures from my version and like this, it's my record basically, which is weird because I know like it's limited, but surely there were like multiple hundreds of copies, or at least, you know, a couple hundred copies. So it's weird that, like, you know, 20 years later, because I think it was like 2016 or 2017 when I added this release to the database. So yeah. But okay, we're going to listen to, as I said, Mellow Trax Phuture Vibes. I want to check the year for this. I would guess 97. But let's just find out. What's the quickest way to do this? I guess it's this way. Mellow Trax. Okay, so this record came out in 98. That was close. 98. And when was the original? Yeah, they're all 98, though. Like I said, there's like some different versions. There's like a clear version, which has two different versions of Phuture Vibes, but I don't think either of them are this limited edition one. So yeah, bottom line, it says 8 people on Discogs have this version, like since I've added it, which was a few years ago. So yeah, it definitely seems to be far more rare than the other versions. Regardless, as I said, this is Mellow Trax, which is another name for DJ Mellow-D, which is another name for Christian Scharnfaber, and this is 1998, and the track is Phuture Vibes. And again, this is listed as hard trance. Actually, now that I look at it, yeah, I don't know. I guess no one else has adjusted it. So yeah, I listed it as techno and hard trance and acid, which is to say, I'm convinced that you could just as easily mix this in an acid techno set as in a hard trance set, if not more easily. I think you could mix this with like some Brain Records, some Junk Project maybe. probably thinking, yeah, but I thought there was acid. Again, tell me this wouldn't mix well with a brain record. For those of you who know this track, you'll know before the end, Mr. Belushi will chime in. This is Chirp City. Acid bird song. Like that. Like the way the bass line rolled back in. Right? Like it's kind of like techno stomping. I can see like why people would consider this hard trance, but like the bass line is sort of trancey, but especially in the acid sections, to me it's techno. You're like, it's over, right? Surely it's over.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is!
It's a good use of a sample. That last part is perfect because it gives you one more sort of ride out, but you can also kind of wait to that moment to start your mix out. And then by here, you're already moving into your next tune, so it's not so dead as it sounds just with this on the way out, but you definitely wait for that moment. You don't mix out before that moment. At least I certainly wouldn't. It's the kind of moment that I think would be very like impactful for anyone on the dance floor who hasn't heard it, because it's like, oh, okay, it sounds like, you know, it's winding down. Is the set coming to an end? Wait, over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. It's like, oh shit, bro. So yeah, it's definitely a moment that I would make sure to include. I would not mix out before that. But yeah, top tune. I don't think I have too many tunes. Actually, that's a lie. I have another record under the Mellow Trax name. I have several under the DJ Mellow-D name, but yeah, I have another one under the Mellow Trax name with a damn good Dave the Drummer remix, which is the Out of Space track. Many of you will know Mellow Trax Out of Space. Been remixed a number of times over the years, including a really cool Raga-Tech mix by Guise a few years back, which I unfortunately don't have on vinyl. I've been meaning to get that for a few years, but Raga-Tech is, you know, I don't buy it as often because I don't mix it as often. But yeah, I do Eventually want to get that record and talk about it. But yeah, years before that, this is like '01. There was a remix vinyl that came out with a Dave the Drummer remix, and it's just fantastic. So I know I reacted to it on my old channel, or at least I think I did. I shouldn't say I know. I think I did, but I'm pretty certain I haven't reacted to it on my new channel, so I'll look to do that one soon. Do let me know what you think of this. I'll see you next time.